Right, and here we are for the LRL podcast. After pre-season testing that happened on Saturday, I am joined with LR Sparks, DSY Delta, and myself, LRL Brett.
Hello.
Hello.
We will be running through the F2 and F1 standings and also our predictions for this season. It might be quite hard to predict stuff for F1 as well. Is very close, but we're just going to run through the standings for F2. You have Nexus J Morris, Sweeney's in the Merc, Ferrari Guy and Jordy in the Ferrari, Nexus Chaos and Maximus in the Red Bull, LR Mystic and DCL in the Toro Rosso, Try and Catch and DSY Delta in the Haas, LRL Ghost and LRL Max Wheatley in the Forza the Racing Point. Almost got that wrong. Stone and Whitelow Billy in the McLaren, DJ Mark Sampello and Chazmeister in the Renault, followed by Alvaro and Billy J Green in the Alfa Romeo, and to round it off is Alex 2 Camaro and Crackerjacker in the Williams. So how do you guys feel about the grid?
I think it's a close grid. There's a few people in F2 that I can't see, if I'm honest, getting through to the top 10, but I think it's going to shape up for an interesting fight. You've got Jamie, who's an aggressive driver, and you've got his friend Zach, which I think will be an interesting pairing. We've seen them work together in PARL and other leagues. I think that's going to be a very interesting matchup. But yeah, it's going to be a good season. I can see it being a controversial season, but it's going to be good.
I mean, a lot of drivers will be fighting. It's similar to F1. A lot of drivers will be fighting for the title here. I see LRL Ghost, Max Wheatley, J Morris, Sweeney's, even Jordy F1, and yeah, I would say Nexus Chaos even as well for the title. It's a hard one to pick. Many people.
Well, after pre-season, we only had 10 people turning up due to people not being able to turn up. But from what most of the data we can gather, it's looking to be interesting. The drivers are close. You've got a Ferrari guy who's very confident that he can do well. So we want to see him prove himself on track. But my main person who I think is going to definitely be in the top 3 is probably going to be either LRL Ghost or Chaos. Chaos performed really well pre-season, he won it. So, yeah, it's going to be good.
I think Ferrari guy will be at the top.
I mean, he has pace. He's very confident about it. It's just if he can be consistent and put it on in F2. Jamie, if he wants to be fighting for the title, especially with LRL F2 being so close, needs to keep it calm. Keep the head down and not make the mistakes, because you cannot win a title with making too many mistakes. Big thing, big loss if you do that.
Right, well, do you want to run through 20th to first? We're going to go through all the drivers and their thoughts.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
where do you see Crackerjack finishing? I've not seen him race very often. I've heard he's a good standout performer, but what do you guys think?
Well, personally, what I've seen from him, his name used to be Sidecar, I'm sure. And he was very quick. Like, he was quick for F2, but then again, half the drivers that are, well, have been putting F2 are like very quick, and some of them are even mid-pack Div1. So it will be a big challenge for him to put a fight in.
Yeah, any thoughts, Ivan?
I think if he just keeps his pace up, maybe he could be pretty high up in the positions.
I say he'll be fighting for like mid-pack.
Yeah.
Alright,
I think.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what was it, Ivan?
Yeah. Oh no, I was gonna say that I think it'll be very interesting to see him and Alvaro, since I haven't seen them both before. I feel like they both, yeah, some new people.
Alright, well, Going on to Crackerjack's teammate Alex Camaro. I've seen a few races from him. He's a very energetic driver, I must say.
Like to spit it
yeah.
down your inside a lot.
Yeah, he's good. I've only seen his pace in the last game. It'll be interesting to see where he finishes this season. There's nothing much we can comment on him, but I think if he can get in the right mindset and if he does have the pace, he can be a good challenge. I've seen him race and fight for wins.
Definitely,
But for now,
yeah.
he's past him. We haven't seen
I
him
would
too
say
much.
if he puts his head down and gets to work on his driving style a bit more, he could definitely be up there for top 5 for
It's gonna
sure.
be very interesting. To see what
Definitely.
he does in this new game.
But I mean, what do you think? How do you think Williams will do overall this season?
I think they're definitely not going to get last. I can say that. I think they're going to do well, but they've got 2 drivers with lots of potential. Crackerjack's good. Alex Camaro's good. I know they've got it in them, so they've just got to really put their head down and they've just got to be consistent. They've got a good team under their hands. There's slower teams around them. So if they really just nail everything and get the most amount of points from each race weekend, I think they're going to do very well and get at least a top 5 in constructors.
Damage limitation, you could say, for Williams. But let's move on to the Alfa Romeo team, where you have Alvaro and Billy J Green. Now, there's a lot of controversy around Billy J Green in 2018. Had some collisions with some drivers and stuff, but we believe that he can improve and become more like clean and have a better approach to his league racing.
Yeah, Billy J Green, he's got a lot of pressure on him. He's not had the best of seasons, but it's not a strong lineup, I must say, for Alfa Romeo, but I've not seen much of Alvaro, which we'll see how he can do. But Billy J Green's really going to have to step up a notch because he's got a lot of pressure on him from the F1 community. He's making mistakes constantly. He's really going to have to pick it up, but you know, we'll see what he can do. It's a fresh start from an LRL. Same for Alvaro. New driver, new team. We'll see what they can do. See if he can score points. But right now, it's not looking too good for Billy G Green. But let's see if he can show his true potential.
Do you
That
think
should be
they
good.
will be one of them teams that are gonna be at the back of the pack, or do you think they can have some good races?
I must say, from now, I think it's going to be back of the pack. I've never seen Alvaro race, but from what I know, he has. I don't think he's top 5 potential in drivers, but I think if they just keep damage limitation and a few crashes happen in F2, and they can pick up the scraps of the points, they can do a decent points finish.
So as we move on to Renault now, this is kind of like one of them teams that I don't even have a clue where they're going to be. It's Chaz Meister and DJ Mark Sampello. Now I don't know too much about DJ Mark, but I do know a bit about Chaz Meister, and he's not a bad driver at all. He's quite good actually. But I
Yeah,
don't know what kind of result it
I've
would be.
heard DG Mark. DG Mark's quite an aggressive driver from what I've heard. Don't quote me on that, but again, we've not seen much of these people. The new drivers at the back of the grid. They've just got to prove that they're worthy of the top drivers. I mean, you've got the rookies coming in, and then you've got the people at the top who've been here for 2 or 3 seasons. So they really need to make a mark in these first 2 races, especially you've got Billy J Green, DG Mark, Chaz Meister. They've really got to put their place because these are new people, and it's really interesting to see where these guys are going to come out and top. New potential, new drivers. It's going to make it really exciting.
Do you have anything to put in that, Della?
I think it's going to be very interesting to see like how the rookies compete against like the people who've been in LRL for a long time. It'll be really interesting to see how they do.
You yourself is new to LRL and you're just a new admin. But we'll move on to you as you're in Haas with Try and Catch. But as we will go to the McLaren right now, that is actually, it's like kind of a weird one. Very good driver that we know. Very aggressive, but
Yeah, he's
d-
very
do-
aggressive.
doesn't make. He doesn't try to put a step wrong. You know, he always tries to improve. Always try and improve. I mean, you could even say he's hot-headed under the in the cockpit, but I think you need a bit of that when you're a driver if you want to like make a move.
I think Stone, if that's who we're talking about
Yeah.
right now, he can get pressured a little bit, and then he doesn't mean to get way too aggressive. He's just in the heat of the moment.
I mean, well, his teammate
Yeah.
Whitelaw Billy.
Yeah, what I was gonna say
He
is
should be
there's
good.
definitely a number one driver in McLaren, and that is Stone. Because Whitelaw Billy, as we were talking about Billy J Green, he's got a lot to prove. He's got a lot of pressure. First season, he doesn't want to make a foot wrong after his past. So we really want to. I think Stone's going to be the main carry of that team. He's going to really show his number one driver and try and get the top points. But while he's doing that, Whitelaw Billy can't let his confidence go down just because his teammate's doing well. He's really got to push on and try and score good points, because if he lets Stone put his confidence down, that team's going to fall apart in the constructors.
So
They're a very good team as well.
they are a good team, and I reckon Whitelaw Billy can learn a lot off of Stone. I mean, I reckon because Whitelaw Billy is still an experienced driver. Like, you could even call him a veteran, to be honest, with how long he's been in the community. But we will just have to see with them two. Where do you think McLaren will be though at the end of the season? I think it's going to be a case of Stone pushing the points for McLaren this season.
I can see it being. It's going to be. It might be 7th, 6th, or 5th. If Whitelaw Billy can get good points in, even 1 or 2 points every race, and Stone can get a top 5 every race, they're in for some good points. Because I mean, it's F1 after all. Anything can happen. Crash can happen in the blink of an eye. So it'll be really interesting to see where they finish.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think they'll come 6th and 7th if they just keep doing well.
Now we're going to move on to the team that, well, looks like might be going for the title with Max Wheatley and LRL Ghost. Very strong team. What would your guys' opinion be on this team?
Well, I know Max Wheatley and LRL Ghost. They're both extremely good drivers. They know what they're doing. They've been around the block for a few seasons and been in league racings for a year or so. They've got a lot of experience in that team. There's no weaknesses, I would say. All they need to do is turn up and perform at their best level, and they can be right up there with the top guys. These two, they can work well. They're in the same esports team, which is even a bigger benefit. They've been placed together, and I think it's an extremely good pairing to go for the constructors title, and even maybe the drivers.
Definitely. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe a Racing Point civil war there. We could see. Definitely, though, they've got to remember they are teammates if that is the case, and you can't. You've kind of got to think, do it for the team or do it for a driver, you know?
Yeah.
In that situations. But definitely they will be people fighting for the title. I don't think Max is here for the first week, sadly, as he's on holiday. So LRL Ghost got to put in a big load of points, and try and push for, like, I would say P1. That's what he's got to do. So, but we'll move on to the Haas team, which has you involved, Delta. Now,
Yep.
you kind of paired for try and catch, as he is experienced, he knows what he's doing, and you can learn a lot off of him.
Yeah.
Now, in your opinion, where do you think you'll be at the end of the season? I mean, like, how good do you think you will be compared to the rest of the drivers?
I think we'll be mid, like in the middle pack against everyone. But I think that try and catch, I'll probably be up there at like 5th. And I'm thinking, for me, maybe 6. I don't know. I can't really predict what position I'm going to be in, but I think we'll be very good because I can learn off try and catch, learn how to increase my pace, because at this point I'm not amazing, but if I just keep my head down I could show how good I am if I keep going and where I'm at right now.
I mean, definitely it's. I feel like it's going to be a case of you that you won't be up there at the start.
Yeah.
You'll be quite slow compared to everybody, but I think you'll constantly be getting better every single race, learning, and I think by the end of the season you will be mid-pack for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 16 rounds, loads of time, that's 16 weeks, you got it. But try and catch, I would say try and catch, very experienced driver, we've known him for ages, nicest guy.
Heard a lot of comments about him, he's really good.
He is a very nice guy, and it'd be lucky to have him as a teammate. I think try and catch will surprise everybody this season. He's not, well, he got the game quite late. I feel like he has a lot of potential for the new game. I feel like their just is nowhere near what his pace is. So I reckon he can get up.
Yeah, I just want to elaborate on that. You've got it's a funny pairing. It's a bit like the Stone and White Road Billy. You've got experience and then you've got inexperience on the other hand. So it'll be interesting to see how Delta grows throughout the season and how maybe even if Try and Catch helps him. And it would be even interesting to see if at what point Delta becomes faster and Try and Catch and makes his mark for the end of the season. Try and Catch, he knows what he's doing. And I can't wait to see the two hashes in the track going for it.
Definitely, I really want to see a little war between the two teammates. But I don't know if yous will be the type of teammates that are going to be in the same party as each other.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that. See what he thinks.
Definitely, being in a party with your teammate helps so much. Because if you do get stuck behind your teammate, you don't talk to them, you're in a bad position.
Yeah, because you don't know how to.
And you don't want to take the risk, you know?
Yeah.
But we'll move on to Toro Rosso, which is a decent pairing. DCL and LR Mystic. We forgot to actually say it. DCL is probably another title contender.
It's very fast.
Yeah. See, well, DCL he is quick, but LR Mystic is quick as well. He can, on a good day, he can go fast. I think what's going to be the most negative point of Toro Rosso is Mystic. When he has a bad race, he struggles to pick up, which it's going to really hinder that team. DCL, on the other hand, what I've seen from him, he's quick and he keeps his chin high. Mystic though, he's going to need to show everybody what he's for. I think he got a few podiums last season. I'm not sure if he got a win. He might have got one, but it's a good pairing. If Mystic can pick himself up together after a bad race weekend, or not have bad race weekends at all, I think it's going to work out very well. Mystic is missing the first race this season, but that will hinder him a little bit. But he just needs to come back stronger and show what he's proved of.
I feel
He's got
like
a lot of potential.
yeah, definitely. He just needs to have the mindset to unlock it and put in the time. And I reckon if he does put in the time, gets better, learns off his friends, he could be up there. So definitely not one to count out this season. Now we move on to Red Bull. This is a team that could also be fighting for constructors. Maximus was a great driver. It's Nexus, Chaos and Maximus. Maximus was a very good driver in 2018. Great pace. Sometimes went off of it, sometimes was on it. If he can just make it a bit more consistent and is always on the pace, I reckon it could be a very good season. I mean, Nexus Chaos, we know he will be up there as he is a great driver. But it's just a case of, well, he beat the top guys, like Racing Point.
I think it'd be good to see Nexus Chaos and Maximus up there, because I've seen seen Maximus driving. He's a very confident driver, and he knows what he's doing. Same for Nexus Chaos. So both, as we said, experienced, good pairing. If they do everything right in their weekend, they're going to be up there, and I think it'll be interesting to see how they do.
So, where do you think Red Bull will get though at the end of the season? Because it's a very weird one. Because I feel like Nexus Chaos is that type of guy that will be always fighting for the top. I feel like Maximus will be fighting top midfield and top in some races, but won't always be there with his teammate.
Yeah, as I said, on a good weekend, if they have solid, consistent results, I think they can challenge. Maybe even Team Strategy could come into, and Chaos could hold up the top guys and let Maximus catch up. But it's not. Who knows? Maximus could be rapid in this game. We don't know. But from pre-season testing, Chaos has looked on the ball, and right now, after winning a race, you're only as good as your last race. So I can see Chaos being extremely good. Maximus, not too sure now, but I think
Chaos
he will be very good. Yeah, he'll be a good title contender.
Right, so we move on to a team, Ferrari, which you can see in the photo in the background. The Ferrari team, Ferrari guy and Jordi. Now, Jordi is quick. You could even say he's one of the quicker guys in this division. But it just depends how quick he is on this game, because he was quick last game, but I'm not too sure where he's going to be this game. His teammate though, Ferrari guy, very confident, as we did say, and I do feel confident that he will be getting top 5 almost every race.
Yeah, what I think with this team is Jordi's a very confident driver, so is Ferrari guy, but the only thing that I see a problem with this team is Ferrari guy really hits himself hard when he doesn't do well. He's never taken the positives out of it. I mean, we all see in chats, he's always, if he doesn't get the best, he's always complaining. He's never happy if he doesn't get the best. So I think when he doesn't get the best out of his car, his confidence lowers so much, and he just needs to keep his head high even if he doesn't do well. Same goes for Jordi, obviously, but I think it's really going to affect Ferrari guy if he doesn't do well this season.
Definitely. Right, we're going to speed up a bit here. We go to the Mercs now. LRL J Morris and Zach Sweeney's, or well, no, it's Nexus J Morris now. That's just what's written down here. So you have an LRL and a Nexus rivalry here, right? It's just a case of what I've seen. Are they going to be teammates? Are they going to be rivals? Because they make this mistake a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
I think
they've been friends. They're friends. They're friends, but I think they're very they're friends. But when it comes to racing, friendships can fall apart very fast, and we've seen it happen in the past. I'm pretty sure it even happened with them a few weeks back in a race, but I don't know. They've definitely got the pace to fight at the top, but these two really need to sort out everything, because you've got one hand somebody who's in Nexus and one hand somebody who's in LRL, and if they let that rivalry affect their performance, it's not going to go uphill for them, it's going to go downhill.
Especially with the esports event that is coming up against them. Do you think that will affect the team or their partnership, or do you think it might boost them?
I don't know. I mean, you could say if LRL wins, it'll boost Sweeney's confidence. If Nexus wins, it'll boost Jamie's confidence. It's just everything to play out, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Right, so
Am I allowed to comment?
Yeah,
Just
go
to
for
think. Alright, so in my opinion, if their teammates were rivals, I think since they've been they're very close friends, so I think they'll be able to maybe work as a team, get points, and then maybe we'll see them on the podium if they keep doing well.
Definitely. It all depends on what happens at Italy. Round 1 is a big part to playing the season. Do you think these two are going to have the composure in the round one to maybe win it? I mean, that is the question.
It's very hard to answer because
Both of them are exceptional drivers, there's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
It's just, together, are they going to be exceptional drivers?
I think.
So wait, who
Really
would
hard
like
to
to
tell.
go from it?
This is about Zach and Jamie still.
Oh, yeah, I think they can do well pushing Jamie drive and Zach drive, and if they've not lost their pace, they're going to be exceptional round Italy and round the whole season. So I think they're going to do well. If there's any incidents, if there's no incidents even, they're going to do exceptional. But it's racing, so anything can happen. But it'll be a very interesting lineup for these two.
Right, well, so we're going to move on to F1 now. Let me just run you through the grid. So, quite a strong team, right? So you have Merck that have LRL Leroy and Abodium, Ferrari, LR Sparks, and LRL R Kelly. Red Bull, LR Foxwood, and LRL LRL Midnight. The Toros, you have LRL Terror Racer and LRL Jarry. Then in the Haas, you have Sam Gamer and, TTG Sam, as a lot of people will know him as, and LRL Legende, Mick and LRL Gender in the Racing Point. And then in the McLaren, you have the Gamer Paco, CPI Leon, and then you also have LRL Leclerc, Matt Tibbs, and the Renault, followed with LTU Tom or LRL Tom and SSR_Phoenix. You also have in the Williams ILRT Leon and Tagoch rounding out top 20.
Yeah, I think if we start off, it's going to be an extremely good season. I think even the top 5 in Div 1 are extremely close. We saw pre-season. I think the whole top 5 at the end is separated by 10 seconds, and at the start they're all separated by 3 seconds up to that 12. So it's going to be a very exciting season. I can see this shaping up to be the most exciting season LRL's had if it all goes to plan. But if we start off the Williams and with ILRT Leon and Tagok, if we start off with ILRT Leon, he's learning no line, I believe. So it's going to be a slow start for him, but if he has the courage to continue with it, we're going to see him rapidly improve over the season. Same with Tagok, he's a quick driver we saw this season. This lineup here, if they can bring out the best results, they're going to be exceptional, because ILRT Leon, he's racing top divisions of PXGL and many other leagues, and he's got the experience, so it'll be really interesting to see how this all plays out.
Definitely 2 Williams drivers, very mixed. Tagok, very aggressive and doesn't mind punting people off tracks when he has to. And you have ILRT Leon that just tried to stay out of Orphan.
Yeah, two different, very driving styles.
I don't think you will see these two in parties, so I don't know if they're going to push to be good teammates, but I mean, it's a case of here, ILRT Leon only really goes out for 1 quality lap, and that kind of hinders his qualifying and puts him near the back, so maybe if he didn't do that, he could get further up. Tagok likes to go in the softest tire and get quality position, or track position over strategy. So I'm not too sure what's going to happen with Williams this season. I don't know where they're even going to be on the standings. Where do you think they would be?
I think it's going to be 7th or 6th. I can see Tagok, if he can sort out his strategy maybe rather than going all for it in qualifying. It might be able to work out better. But so far it's looking 7th or 6th in constructors. But let's hope they prove us wrong. That's what it's all about, at least. Yeah, but they're an interesting lineup, and I'm really excited to see what they do.
We'll move on to the Alpha Romeo team. So you have LRL Tom and SSR Phoenix. This is going to be hard for Phoenix. LTU Tom not being there for the first few races, actually, which is a big thing. Going to be a big struggle to push that team far up. I mean, we know how quick SSR Phoenix is in this game. And we know how quick LRL Tom was in the last game. So I'm sure LTU Tom will come back, and then the points will start to show for Alpha Romeo.
Yeah, it's a very strong lineup. Phoenix is good. Tom, not seen much of him in the recent game, but I have seen a bit of Phoenix in the recent game, and he's looking very strong, confident in this year's game, this year's new cars. So, again, strong lineup, and excited to see what they can do.
We also move on to LRL Leclerc and Matt Tibbs. Now, this is a very good team. Right here you have a very consistent driver as Leclerc, and a very, well, quick and consistent driver with Matt. This is a case of constructors here. I think these two will be battling out for constructors title.
Yeah, Matt, very good. He won pre-season testing. Leclerc, I'm not sure where he finished. Let's just check here. He finished...
I think he spun or something. He made contact with somebody, I think.
Well, Matt won it, so he's definitely going to be a title contender, no doubt about it. Leclerc, he's going to be midfield, I can see. But all round as a team, it's going to be a strong team for constructors. If Matt can get at least a podium every race, it's going to be extremely strong. But yeah, it's going to be good. This team is definitely one of the top teams. So
It's going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
Right, well, we move on to the McLaren. Now, this is a bit like the Stawn and wide load Billy situation. CPI Leon and ILRT Paco. I mean, from what I've seen in pre-season, Paco was not the best, but then I seen in PSGL evaluation race, he done good. So I'm kind of stuck here.
It might have just been a bad day for Paco, never know. But Leon, on the other hand, very fast. He knows what he's doing. He's got experience, and he was pressuring me all race, so no doubt about it. He's definitely going to do well. He was top 3, finished 3rd in the evaluation race. So, Leon definitely a title contender, and Paco on a good day, he can maybe even be a title contender. We'll just have to wait and see. But it's again very strong team for constructors, and I can't wait to see how this pans out.
Well, definitely McLaren, decent team for constructors. Paco will always try and pick up the points. You move on to Racing Point, right? So these two are very good friends. They're always in parties together, and it is Mick and LRL Ginger in the Racing Point.
What I have to say for these two is, considering they're two very good friends, it's going to make for an extremely strong lineup. Even though you need pace in a team, you also need good chemistry, and these two have it. They're good friends. If they can keep that friendship throughout the whole season, they're going to do very well.
I mean, you've seen Ginger even challenging. I mean, maybe not on your pace, but challenging you in SSR for position sometime. And he definitely has the pace. He's improved this game, but maybe I don't know if he's improved with everybody else or as much as everybody else. I'm not too sure. Mick also seeming to practice no ABS. and that did cause him to spin in the pre-season testing. So I mean, this team, if they get the consistency down, they use, well, being teammates to their advantage, they can be a very good team and very strong. Now, this is a very big team to talk about. So, Sam, Gamer Official, and LRL Legend. Let's start with Sam. Now, I don't think Sam can make it for the first race, can he? Okay. Not too sure. But do you know if Sparks? Can you know if Sam can make it, Sparks?
Sam, I've seen a little bit of racing. He's very dedicated. Sam, he's got a YouTube channel and everything. He's extremely dedicated, getting that big, and I doubt there'll be no difference for his racing career as well. But Sam and Legendy's extremely quick now. He's
definitely that was one of the things I was gonna say. He has improved so much over the transfer. We will be handing out awards most likely by the end of the season, and this man could even have just won the most improved award already. Like, that's the amount of time this guy has gained over the course of a season, or a game as well, is insane.
I know, I remember when I was in practice and I wasn't very quick. This was at the start of 2018 and I was pushing to get quick, and it took me around about 3 months-ish to get at a decent level. Since the new games came out, on the ball this guy's been extremely quick. I've never seen such a fast improvement, and I hope he just improves even more, because I'd love to see him up there fighting. He's very clean, he has the determination for it and the proper mindset, and I think he would make the perfect match to fight for a title.
Definitely. So you could even see Legendi up there. This is a very good constructor team for sure. They're just going to be overall consistent, and the pace they have is very well. I mean, you never seen Legendi was always consistent, and it's surprising to see someone improve so much and keep their consistency. So it is all to play for this title. So we're going to move on to the Toro Rosso, where you have other, well, these guys are friends with the Racing Point drivers, but LRL Jari and LRL Terror Racer.
I think it's going to be a strong lineup. I'm pretty sure Jari got a name change, didn't he?
No, because we asked him about that.
I've seen him race a few times, I'm pretty sure. He's a quick driver. Same goes for Terror Racer. He, on these two guys' days, they are quick and they can pull out good points out of the bag. But I'm not sure, if I'm going to be honest here, they're going to be able to fight for top 5 drivers. Maybe top 5 constructors if they can get good points, but I don't think it's going to be possible for top 5.
Well, I do see them fighting Sam Gamer Official and LRL Legendi.
Yeah.
That's where I see them fighting. I mean, that's where even the next team, let's already move on to them. But, well, there's no doubt about the Toro Rosso team. Both in the same esports team, going to help them, as they'll be fighting in events at the same time as well. So they're definitely a team to look at. But moving on to the sister team, Red Bull, you want Midnight and LR Foxy Dude, or well, LRL Midnight and LR Foxy Dude. Foxy Dude, amazing in the last game, but a lot of people seem to think he's dropped down in the new game.
Yeah, Foxy Dude, I've not seen him race that much, but from what people have said, he is a quick driver. In pre-season, he wasn't far up, so let's hope that hasn't lowered his confidence. He's from Livid, no bias, very good team. But no, he can do very well. Same goes for You Want Midnight, from what I've heard from him. He's a good driver and he's got lots of potential, but this team, it's gonna I say it's going to be interesting for every team, but this one is going to be interesting. I've never really seen these drivers drive, and I'm not sure about everybody else, but it is going to be interesting to see how these pan out.
Well, yeah, well, voice crack. I don't know with this Red Bull team, man. They talk in parties, they're clearly friends. I see them doing well, but not every race.
Yeah.
But we're going to move on to the Ferrari, which you're involved with, Sparks. We've also LRL R. Kelly, who was the F2 title winner in the end of last season.
Yeah, R. Kelly, he was. Let's hope he can take that confidence into this new game and into this new season. He's been put up a division from F2 to Div 1, and that's a very big step. It's a hard hit to take. You go from F2, which was he was the dominant force in there. He's used to being at the top. Now he's got moved down. He's used to being in that midfield and picking up the points because he's started no traction. He needs to really get a grip of it fast before he goes in. He's missing Italy, which isn't going to help. But he's a newcomer for F1, and it's a lot of pressure on him to see how he goes. But I think he's excited to see how it'll pan out.
I mean, he definitely. I mean, from pre-season, he wasn't on the pace.
Yeah.
But he thinks he has the potential to get quicker, which, I mean, can always happen. I do see him struggling though, sadly.
Yeah.
But with a good teammate like you, that's experienced and will be fighting for the title, definitely. I do see him improving.
Yeah, I mean,
constructors wise, I think it's gonna be a bit of a carry though.
let's hope he can pick up the scraps. I'm hoping to get a few wins this season, at least 3 wins, a few podiums maybe. At least in the podium every race would be the goal. But if I was to get a good result and he was just to even get 9th, 8th, 7th, 6th, 5th, that would be good enough to get us high up in the points. And if he was just to do damage limitation and improve every race, it's going to end well for us, I think.
And then you move on to the Merrick team. LRL Leroy and Abodium. Now, Abodium, everybody was saying he was going to dominate. But after pre-season, I'm not sure what happened.
It's an interesting lineup though, because you've got Leroy, who's this young talent coming through, and he's trying to prove to everyone that he's got it. The thing that Leroy's missing is consistency. He's got fast time trial times, he's fast on a good day, but when he compares to the top guys who've been doing this for about a year to 2 years or even more, the top guys constantly put in good results. There's never a day off where they do bad results. But for Leroy, there's a few days where he's not on the top of his game. So he really needs to find that sweet spot in his driving where he can just pull out the best results. And same goes for Abodium. He's a very experienced driving, and we know he can do well. He's got a lot of potential, and everyone knows he's quick. He just needs to find that sweet spot, same as Leroy, and find out how to drive these cars fast.
Definitely. I mean, Leroy's improved, but on you go.
I was gonna talk about Leroy. Like Spark said, it's like Leroy is very young. He's starting from very young, and I think that the more he keeps playing, I think he's gonna do really well. And maybe win the championship at the end of the season. So yeah, that's just what I want to say, just to see how he'll do.
Well,
yeah, I mean, if he improves fast enough, that could maybe. I can't see him winning the title. It's maybe next season after a lot of improvement happens. But right now, I think the top 5, top 4, top 3 are just another level ahead. at the moment, and it can pull out that extra few tenths in her lap and just
I mean,
pull out a break a little later. So it's going to be interesting.
I really want to do like as Leroy only being 11, and with LRL Midnight only being 12, so it would be good to see that young talent battle together, which I do see them doing this season. But then again, going back to Bowden, I don't know, maybe he's doing, I mean, I know he's trying no racing line for the new game, so maybe that's hindering him. But if he gets it back down, he will be one of the top guys, or the top guy.
Yeah, for sure. That team is strong. They just need to pull it out, do well. Leroy, he is young, so he's gonna eventually learn that he's got to keep his cool. Right now, he's coming into it very young, and he's just got to learn from Bodium, which is a more experienced driver. Even if a Bodium's not as quick as him, he can still learn from a Bodium how to keep a cool head and stuff. So if Leroy uses and works well with his teammate, it's gonna be a very strong lineup for them.
Right, so who do you think will be winning the Italy Grand Prix?
Italy.
Wow.
Well, that's going to be a very close one because Pole, the quickest in 1 lap pace so far from what we've seen from pre-season is Matt for Div 1. But he isn't pad, and you do have some pad tracks that work well for pad and some pad tracks that don't work well for pad. So if he can get pole, he will be the favourite to win. But we've got to remember there's long straights in Italy, and whoever's behind him, it's very easy to stay a second behind. And lap times aren't extended as much as big tracks like Belgium and all that. So favourite, it could be anyone. I'm guessing either me, Leon, CPI Leon, or Matt from what I've seen from pre-season. But I hope somebody proves me wrong and more people come in to make it more interesting. But that's what I'll have to say.
Right, so what else do we want to talk about?
Should we go to F2 and see who would win from there?
Yeah, sure.
Well, from what I see, from the amount of confidence Ferrari guy has, it will be interesting to see where he finishes. I'd like to see him win and prove everyone wrong. But you also have Morris and Zach, which I think have a very, very good chance of winning. And Ghost and Max Wheatley, all these drivers are extremely close. They're all at least 3 tenths within each other. And whoever can nail that lap and nail their race pace is going to win. So it's between all them, I would say.
I mean, we did forget to add that Jamie will not be racing. Remember, Silverstone, that's where he is.
Oh yeah.
So Merck also need to be on it. I think that's Mystic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do see him doing well. He just needs to keep it up. Keep concentrated. Push. But I think we're gonna end our thoughts and predictions here. It's been a decent video. These are going to be uploaded, or it might soon be streamed because we're cutting it close to time with uploads. But I would say every Monday. It will be late today because we couldn't get it done yesterday, as it was a very controversial day. But thanks for watching. It's been a very good podcast. I don't know if you want to say anything when we leave, or
Yeah. I hope you stay tuned for the next one. Hope you enjoyed it. Please give your thoughts on how it went and any suggestions of what you'd like to see in the podcast next time. And it's been Sparks, Delta, and Brett, and we'll see you next week.